Welcome to the very first episode of Optimize to Monetize. I am so excited that you are here. If you've ever felt stuck in a revenue plateau, or if your launches or your webinars that used to convert like crazy have gone quiet, if your ads aren't bringing in the leads the way they used to, and if you are constantly second guessing every strategy, every move, every tweak, every number, then you are exactly who this podcast is for, because you are doing the work. You know your stuff, but the results are not matching your effort anymore, and something feels off. Well, I'm here to say that you are not broken and your business isn't either. It just needs optimization. Hey, it's Michelle, and OMG, this is episode 300. Can we just take a second because this is wild? Well, welcome back to the show. It has been a minute, and if you are here, you are exactly where you need to be. This podcast has a new name. We are no longer the traffic and conversion show. We are now Optimize to Monetize. And before you think, oh great, another rebrand, trust me, this wasn't just about picking a catchy name. This came from something deeper. I did a personal rebrand after 10 years in the business. I revisited my mission and values and who I wanted to serve, and really dug deep into what are their current pains, struggles, dreams, and desires. And what did I discover? My actual zone of genius and a better way to help my audience. Now, it wasn't what I thought it was, and it wasn't what people told me it should be. It was actually what it actually is. And once I saw it clearly, everything shifted for me. And here's what I now know. You don't need to work harder. You don't need to chase more traffic. And you definitely don't need to burn it all down and start over every time something stops working. What you need are small strategic shifts made in the right place at the right time. That is the foundation of everything I do now. And I call it the 1% conversion effect. A 1% improvement in the right part of your funnel, that compounds. It creates leverage. It becomes the momentum that really shifts everything, right? So what does that look like? Well, invisibility, that tweak in your ad targeting that gets you in front of the right people. So you're not just getting more traffic, you are getting better qualified traffic. The connections that shift maybe in your email sequences that gets people to actually show up for your webinar instead of just registering and ghosting you. And conversions, that adjustment to how you're positioning your offer that finally makes people say, yes, I need this right now, instead of thinking, I'll think about it, right? Small tweaks, big returns. And here's why this matters so much to me right now. We have been conditioned to chase the 2 comma club, like it's this ultimate badge of honor, or making us feel like we've made it, right? But I've worked behind the scenes of dozens of 6, 7, and 8-figure brands. And you know what I've seen? People hitting these massive revenue goals who still can't pay themselves consistently. Teams scaling fast, but the founders are working more than ever. Or these big numbers on paper, but zero peace in their life. Profit matters, sustainability matters, and your actual life matters. So that's the reframe for this podcast. If you are stuck right now, it doesn't mean you need a total overhaul. It means you need to find that lever to pull to get to that 1%. So let me walk you through the 3 most common places I see missed opportunities. Number 1 is misaligned messaging. It's like your offer is gold, but your words are still speaking to the 2020 version of your audience. They've evolved, and you need to evolve with them. Weak pre-sale. You're asking your launch to do all the heavy lifting, but the real magic happens before the cart even opens. And most people skip this, and it's costing them thousands. And the last one is guesswork strategy. You're making decisions based on feelings and not the data. And that keeps you in this cycle of starting over and over and over again. It keeps you in this feast and famine mode. It keeps you doubting yourself. But here's the good news. All of these are fixable. and none of them require a rebuild. And that's where I help my clients optimize every single day. And they are exactly what we'll cover on this show. So here is your reflection question for today. When was the last time you revisited your foundation? And I'm not just talking about your messaging, I'm talking about your mission, your values, who you are actually serving, and the words that you are using to attract them and to close them. Because here's what I see all the time. You grow, your business evolves, your audience shifts, but your foundation still stuck in 2020, maybe even 2022. And that disconnect is why you're working harder, but getting fewer leads and sales. Here's the truth. Your foundation isn't a one and done type of thing. It needs to be revisited regularly, at least once a year, if not twice. Because when you're clear on your foundation, everything else gets easier. Your content flows, your offers land, your ideal clients find you without you having to chase them. And that's why I created the Conversion Clarity Kit. It's a custom GPT bundle that walks you through 3 critical pieces of your foundation. First is your North Star, what you stand for and what makes you different. Second is your buyer psychology, who you're serving and what do they actually want. And then your magnetic messaging, the words that make people stop and say, this is totally for me. So no matter what time of year it is, I highly suggest you go through this today and then make it routine at least one time of year to revisit it. Because staying on top of your foundation, that's how you get more leads and more sales effortlessly. Now, I normally charge $67 for this bundle, but because you're listening to the 300th episode, I'm gifting it to you totally free. So grab your gift. I'm going to drop the link in the show notes, and it will give you more clarity than a month of second guessing yourself. Here's what you can look forward to on this podcast. I am your guide on your Optimize to Monetize journey. We're talking funnels, strategy, traffic, team, tech, marketing, and mindset, and way more stuff than that, I'm sure, because the 1% conversion effect applies to everything. So every episode, I'll walk you through the strategies, systems, and shifts that actually move the needle. And I'm even bringing on some incredible guests to help you with mindset, branding, social media, copy, profit, management, all the things that matter when you're building a business that supports your life and it doesn't consume it. And we're kicking things off strong. These first 3 episodes are designed to help you see your business differently, because once you understand where you're stuck, where that bottleneck is, and what's possible when you optimize the right thing, everything changes. So in episode 301, we're going to dive into how most coaches think that they need to start over when things stop working. I'm going to show you why that's costing you thousands and what to do instead. Then in episode 302, I'm breaking down the exact method that I use to scale smart and not hard, and how tiny systematic tweaks compound into massive results. This is how my client went from 20K months to 200K months, making these 1% changes every single week. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. These first 3 episodes are the foundation for everything in your business. So if you're ready to optimize to monetize, to stop guessing what's broken and start knowing exactly where to focus, hit subscribe. And screenshot this episode and tag me on Instagram at @themichellefernandez, because I want to celebrate episode 300 with you. And send this to a business bestie who's spinning their wheels because the solution isn't working harder, it's working smarter. I appreciate you so much for being here with me today, and I am looking forward to going on this journey with you. So keep leaning into those tiny tweaks and stacking those 1% wins. Until next time, let's grow your business together.